where I'm working on polyelectrolytes. Polyelectrolytes are polymers that have charges, and because of these charges, they are water soluble. Typically, polyelectrolytes are some of the everyday products you actually use. For example, in the shampoo that you use to wash your hair.
First of all, I'm from our education department art therapy program. My dissertation study focuses on how use art as a means to foster community building to alleviate alienation in a group of Chinese international students.
My research is mostly on the marketing communication and especially in the gender equality issues, but this one is specifically focused on the gender equality issues in the esports games.
My research is to make a superconductor called niobium 310. So it has two elements in it, niobium and tin, on the inside of a copper cavity. And these cavities will be used to detect particles that we don't even know about.
My research really focuses on math learning, so how students learn math, what strategies you use when you're solving math problems, and what are some different cognitive factors that relate to how you solve problems and how you learn math in general.
Currently, I'm working with Zika virus, which is transmitted by mosquito. It causes a global health concern in 2015 when it traveled from Asia and Africa to the Americas.
My research involves deciphering the molecular mechanism of the bacterial immune system proteins known as CRISPR-Cas.
My hypothesis is that sport participation can make people happy psychologically and socially.
So far, the 3MT program has been really engaging for me. I've learned a lot, starting from the preliminary stage where we had to make a video of under 3 minutes, and this has actually given me some good feedback from the judges where they've talked about improving things like presentation, time delivery, being concise, and talking about a topic of great interest to me.
The dissertation is a very complicated and a long process for me, and it will help me to how to articulate my dissertation in 3 minutes to people, especially those who are not related in mental health professions.
I was able to concisely summarize my research within 3 minutes, and I really enjoyed that experience.
The 3-minute thesis competition was very, very exciting for me. Initially, it was only inside of our department, which was really fun because I could see the works of my other friends and colleagues and how they were explaining their research in very simplified way.
The challenging part is how to limit my time in 3 minutes because it's a long journey and I have a lot of reflections and a lot of thinking thoughts. But in 3 minutes, it's like one page. I have to just grab the points and the most important thing to share with people.
You have to talk about your whole thesis in a very short time, in easy way. So there's a fine line between being too general and too professional, and the challenge is that keeping the balance between these two, so it will be informative and understandable at the same time.
The most challenging part, I think, is recording myself in front of a camera in my bedroom.
The most challenging part was making sure I wasn't using complex, nuanced words that are specific to the field that nobody understands.
The most challenging part was navigating the fine line between simplifying the complex subjects and yet maintaining the integrity and depth of my research.
However, the exciting part has been to learn more about presenting to a wide range of audience, being under a short period of time, and also learning on a general note.
The most exciting part is after I done the 3 minutes, I think I will prepare myself better for explaining my dissertation to all people from different areas.
When I convert the terminologies into general words, I refreshed my memory and refreshed my understanding.
the final 3-minute thesis is going to be so diverse. It's not only inside of our department, so I believe it's going to be fun because I will come to know about other departments which they are experiencing or what they are doing. So that will be the most exciting part, I think.
So I participated last year in the 3-minute thesis competition, and I won second place for my presentation. It was a wonderful experience, I think, even from the beginning to think about what are the most essential parts of my research, what are the parts that are that people will care about outside of my field, outside of my department. And so to begin to think about those and hone in on what precisely they were and how I wanted to communicate about them was such a helpful process.